All right, I'm the Flat Rate Master. Today we're going to talk about whether or not I think automotive technician is a good career in 2023. But do I think being an automotive tech is a good move in 2023? I still do. It's a great career. You have lots of options in this career. You get to play with tools and you can make good money. Are there problems? Yes. But there's also a lot of good that come from being an automotive technician. You can always find a job. Even when you're calling out shop owners on YouTube, you can still find a job. That's the thing about being an automotive technician, is there's so many paths that you can go down. You can be, a heavy line tech. You can be a, diag programming guy. The guy that does all the ADIS, all the fun, scopes and scan tools and all that kind of stuff. You can be a general technician that kind of does a lot of it. There's tons of options to take your career, and I think that is very cool. You can tailor your career based on your personal abilities. If you're really good at R&R, well, it makes sense for you to be an R&R tech. If you're really good at figuring out, squiggly lines, it makes sense for you to be a diagnostic guy. If you're into computers and that kind of stuff, makes sense for you to be a programming diag guy. You go past that kind of stuff, you've got virginizing, ECMs and, modules. You've got, the back end magic, making ECMs virgins again. Going in and, cloning drives. There's tons of ways to go in this industry. And unlike a lot of careers, there's still lots of potential for growth, even when you've gone as far as you can go in a shop. There's always the next shop that can take you to the next level. There's tons of opportunities in this industry. And yes, there's tons of problems. There's tons of problems no matter what you do. You don't like the grind of flat rate. There's shops out there that pay hourly or salary. There are shops that, you can go to a fleet, you can go to a government, get a decent income and tons of benefits. Retirement. Always options out there unless you're in a really, really small town. There's always going to be options. Even if you're in those small towns. Government work, fleets. There's always a place for an automotive technician. There's also places for, you to go work on other types of equipment with your automotive background. You can go work at, a place that maintains power equipment. You can go work at a place that does boats. There's always ways to translate the knowledge you gain as an automotive technician to move to something a little different. And I don't think a lot of careers really give you that. Most careers, this is what you do. This is your steps going up. That's it. Automotive, there's a lot of flexibility that a lot of people don't consider. You can go from, start out as an automotive tech, then you can move over to working on, generators and that kind of stuff. Then you can go to working on medium duty trucks to tractor trailers, or vice versa. You can go from working on, tractor trailers or medium duty trucks like I did, go to automotive. There's a lot of paths that are available to a automotive technician that is good. There's so few options out there like this in any other industry. HVAC. Oh, everybody, talks about HVAC. You're doing installations, you're doing repairs. And if you're, or you start your own company, that's kind of the stuff. I mean, there's not really as diverse of a path in a lot of other careers. If you want to go to HVAC, go to HVAC. It's a career choice. Whatever you want to do. I personally don't want to, crawl around people's, crawl spaces working on stuff. I mean, you crawl around people's nasty cars, but that's a different subject. IT, there's paths, everybody talks about go to IT. IT is a way more cutthroat industry than the automotive industry. Trust me. You can be, top dog in a business and then boom, you're gone. Way worse than automotive. Trust me, I know many people that work in IT. It is, unless you get to the top tier security stuff, that where it's very, high echelon. One day you could be a network administrator, and the next minute you're out of a job because they outsourced it. Now, I will also say it's also a very rewarding, instant gratification kind of job. A lot of jobs, you're like, oh, let me send this email out 6 months later, something you implemented might happen, part of it, yada, yada, yada. Here, broke car comes in, you fix it, fix car. Very instant gratification. That's a very cool thing about automotive is, well, you're fixing something that's broke. You have a lot of satisfaction in that. That's one of the coolest things about it. Problem car came in, you diagnosed it right, you fixed it, it's ready to go. You got that customer back on the road with their vehicle and you did it efficiently. Man, that's a hell of a feeling. A lot of jobs, you really don't get that kind of satisfaction. Parts of that, in other industries, but you do it over and over and over again. You do HVAC, you do a new home install, you'll never feel that air conditioning blowing on you. Whereas in automotive, you do an AC repair, hot day, you get to experience that AC. You get that satisfaction of that instant, repair. You fix that car, it now went from broke to fixed. You've got the evidence blowing in your face. Kind of important for Georgia. Despite the issues I've had recently, do I think the automotive industry is still a good career path? Yes. You just have to find the right place for you. Hope you enjoyed this video. As always, thanks for watching. I am the Flat Rate Master.